Bonjour! First of all, I want to wish you a very happy new year to all of you. Today is going to be the last video in my end of the year / new year series, where I'm going to be sharing with you all of my predictions in terms of beauty trends for 2023. If you want to check out the 2 other videos I made for this little series, I will put them in the description box for you. The first one is the one where I'm talking about all the products that I use the most in my kit last year, and the second one is how much I spent on makeup and products for my kit in 2023. So that was a lot of money. But today we'll be focusing on the trends that, according to me, we'll be seeing in 2023. It's obviously only predictions based on what we've been seeing for these past few months and based on the new launches. I think there's going to be 2 very distinct things. The first thing is going to be the natural, glowy, no makeup look. I don't think it's going anywhere, and I think it will be still trendy for a few more years, because now we are so aware of what our skin needs and what makeup does to the skin, what skincare we should use. We are a lot more educated on these topics, and that's why I think we are going to see a lot of products that are a combination of skincare and makeup. We already have a lot of products like that. When there is new foundations, they are always full of skincare. There is brands that already combine skincare and makeup, but I think it's something that's going to be even more popular in the next years. We are obviously going to see a lot more brands going vegan, going cruelty-free, lots of clean formulas. And I think more and more brands will get on board with that by offering less packaging, refill products, things that are not as damaging for the environment. We are probably going to see a lot of very minimalistic packaging, multi-usage products. I think products in a stick form are going to be very popular in the next few months. Obviously, we'll still have a lot of glowy products, very fine textures. The Pantone color for 2023 is Viva Magenta, so it's a very bright and vivid color. So I'm assuming that we are going to see a lot more of very vivid and bold makeup products, such as liners. We might see very colorful blushes as well. So I'm assuming that the clean girl aesthetics is staying, but we're gonna see a lot more pops of bright colors, which is cool. It's fun, I like it. I think lipsticks might make a big comeback. I mean, it's always been there, but I think we are going to see a lot more different texture, different colors, because it's always been very nude and creamy and glossy these past few years. That's the first big trend that we're going to keep seeing, I think, this year. But I think there's going to be a second one that's completely different, and that's fully inspired by the 90s. We've seen it coming these past few months, this past year, I would say, but I think it's going to be even more present in 2023. I can see the complexions be a little bit more the matte side, going more towards maybe powder foundation, powder blush again. I have the feeling that smoky eyes might make a comeback, like darker and heavier smoky eyes. Maybe fully matte, just to go with the 90s vibes. And why not having some sort of texture effect with like very chunky glitters or very shimmery products? We might even see a comeback of really dark lipsticks like chocolate brown, burgundy, dark purple, but I don't think it's going to be the same as it was in like 2016. I don't think it's going to be fully opaque, non-transfer lipsticks. Something that I think we'll be hearing a lot is the term soft matte. I think it's going to be everywhere. Everything is going to be soft matte. I think a lot of people don't go for matte products anymore. When I see the word matte, I usually don't go for it. But now, because it's soft matte, it might be a way to reintroduce matte products to consumers in a way that's a lot lighter and a lot more comfortable to wear. And it's not a fully matte product, it's something that's still going to be natural. We've been seeing a lot of soft matte lipsticks. I can see maybe some soft matte foundations, soft matte blushes. So I think soft matte in general is going to be a big one. I think we might be seeing some changes around the eyes. I'm predicting that the brows are going to change a little this year. I know we've been hearing a lot about the 90s brows, like really thin brows coming back. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's just too radical. We're never going to get to this point. But I think we might see a little baby between the fluffy brows like we used to have these past years and the boxy brows. Mix them together in some sort of way to have something that's still natural but well defined. Maybe by using some products like the Deep Brow Pomade from Anastasia, like something that's very pigmented and creamy, and then but just using it for like, you know, like feather effect, and then defining it with some concealer, something like that. Natural, but on the clean and well-defined side. We've been seeing a lot of like foxy eyes and makeup that kind of elongate the eyes for the past few years now. It's been a little while. So I'm wondering if the trends are gonna switch back to an eye shape that's more round. A liner that's very black and intense on the under eye has been very popular for these past few months, so I'm wondering if that means that we are gonna keep going with this kind of 90s trends. Maybe the halo smoky eye is gonna make a comeback. So you see where I'm going. It would be a sort of 90s revival combined with the new products and the new techniques that we have today, so a lighter version of it. The thing that I'm the most excited about is that I think cool tones are going to make a big comeback. I can see it coming. We've seen a few makeup launches with really cool tone eyeshadows and products. I love cool tones. I never liked warm tones. I was always looking for cool tone products, and it was very hard to find some at some point. So when Makeup by Mario came up with that new eyeshadow palette, I was so excited. I love when a look is entirely made of cool tones, when it has this sort of like frosty effect. So I'm hoping that we're going to see a lot more like pink cool tone lipsticks, maybe some cool tones blushes as well. That would make me so happy. Obviously silver tones are going to be a big one this year for jewelry, for makeup. Regarding the hair, I think it will be following this sort of 90s trend. I don't think we are going to see as many curls and like beach wave. We might see a lot more of straight blowout hairstyles, maybe with the side bangs, which I wouldn't be mad about because, you know, that's the only thing that I can do with my hair. I'm wondering how that's going to translate for bridal hairstyles, because every year there is a sort of like new bridal trend, and the trend in 2022 was the Hollywood waves. So you can see that it's a very structured and very clean and technical hairstyle, in opposite to what we had the years before that, wavy, boho, messy buns. Now it's a lot more clean. So I'm wondering how that's going to translate for the next wedding season. I'm actually really curious to see. Now, in terms of marketing, I think we are going to see a lot of brands trying to diversify the types of products that they're offering. I saw that NARS just came out with a full line of skincare, for example. I think Fenty came out with a fragrance. So I really can see the brands trying to expand what they have. I think skincare brands are going to start offering more makeup, and then makeup brands are going to offer fragrance, and then fragrance is going to offer hair product. I think we're going to see a big mix of all of that. I can see some brands coming up with like candles, bubble bath, I don't know, you name it, but like home products or more like gift style products. I can see some big brands closing down. I saw today that Morphe is shutting down all of their physical stores, and I think it's going to happen for some other brands that unfortunately are not trendy anymore. They haven't been following the trends for the past years, and now they are not profitable enough. And it could also happen for some of the newer brands because we've been seeing so many new brands and not all of them are successful. So I think we might see some of them shutting down. I think it's going to be a really fun year in the beauty world because consumers now are so skilled and so knowledgeable about everything that's beauty related. And I think it's really pushing the brands to come up with new ideas, innovative formulas. So I think we might have some really cool surprises. Again, a big thank you for supporting me through all last year. I had a really great year. Let me know in the comments if there is anything that you want to see on my channel, any topics, anything specific, a different format. I'm really open to any suggestion. I will put a video here for you to watch next if you want to spend a little bit more time with me. Thank you so much. Take good care of yourself and I'll see you soon. Bisous!